Hello. Welcome back. I'm excited to continue working on the bunnies. Sorry I didn't make it last Thursday. There's a drama and I was not able to go live for good reason. So we're back working on the bunny. I did work on it a little bit between last week and today, so it's going to be slightly different. I've got deadlines to hit, so I have to keep working. No breaks. So we're just going to continue working, and I'll just kind of talk about where we're at. For some reason, it went blurry again. Now, I didn't touch the camera. It's possible somebody else did, but it looks really kind of soft again instead of the line quality. So I think we're just going to have to work like this today, and I'll see if I can fix it for later in the week. We left off here with the baby chimp and the big chimp, and I think we're just going to kind of work on this area, and if we have time, we'll go back this direction a little bit. So we'll get started. Yeah, see, I think the dog or something ran into my desk because this is like not staying on the desk. Might have shifted the angles a little bit. Working in the house has been very challenging, especially the large works. Right in this room here is my dining room. I don't know if you can even see it, but the paper's hanging in my dining room right now. So I'm working on large-scale work in there and the small-scale stuff in here until my garage is done. And I don't know how many people are watching from California, but we've had a ton of rain, and I just found out that the entire roof in my garage needs to be replaced because it is just pouring in water. So it was an expense I wasn't necessarily budgeting for, but I'm glad I found out now before I put new drywall up in the garage and we have another big rain. So I think our timeline for working in the garage might be pushed back just a little bit longer. The rain has just been, we're used to getting a little bit of rain and then it dries up for a week or two and then a little bit of rain. But it's been pretty relentlessly raining here, and I think our homes are just not made for that amount of water in such a short period of time. I think it just started raining outside again. It's been a lot of rain, and we need it. It's just our homes are taking a hit right now. Hello. Good to hear from you. How's the weather in Arkansas right now? Just kind of working on the belly of this elephant that would be hitting the back of this chimpanzee and the rear end of this line. They all kind of hit here, so I'm just working on that little area there. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I did not sleep well last night. And it goes up pretty much 24 hours. But while I was up around 2 a.m., I was sitting on my dining room table right in here. Oh man, 70, 78? That's a big change from like overnight. Ugh. Yeah. That's a huge change in weather. Yeah, it's so strange. That's when everybody always ends up coming down with those weird flus and colds, is when the temperature starts doing that kind of stuff. my new big drawing that I'm hoping to get done for my show here in LA in April is going to be lions. So I've been drawing a lot of lions in my small works, kind of in prep for that. And, you know, in conjunction with that, gosh, I'm getting warm now. It was so cold this morning. I took the dogs for a walk and it was drizzling and, well, I can't really, cold, California cold. See, something has changed with my desk. I think, oh my gosh, excuse me. I gotta get some sleep tonight. Working on this elephant right here. Added his fourth leg right here. I think how I would draw his leg technically would be behind him, but I think that would look strange in the strong. So I'm going to move his leg here so you can see it. Just imagining what it would look like for a lion to be sitting up here. I gotta wake up. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I didn't feel that tired until I started drawing, and now I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. That would not be a very good video for you guys to be watching. Oh, I was saying when I woke, I was at like 2 in the morning, I still couldn't sleep, so I got up to come in here and have a cup of tea. So I was sitting on the dining room table in here, and I have 5 feral cats now that I feed on my front porch. I have like 2 different black and white cats. I've got this calico. I've got this giant orange tomcat that I want to trap. As soon as I can coordinate better, I'm gonna have him trapped and neutered and then released. And so I was wondering which of the many cats would be out on the porch eating, and I'm just sitting there drinking my tea, and I was like, damn, my glasses on. I'm like, oh, that's a big cat. And it was the biggest raccoon I've ever seen, just sitting there like with his little hands and just like looking at me and then like still eating at the same time. And I was like, oh gosh. So now I have to think of a new way to feed those cats, or I'm going to have to pick up the food before I go to bed so that the raccoon doesn't get too used to eating here. It's not doing him any favors. And it's definitely not safe for the cats either. So it was kind of funny because he was not scared of me. I was talking to him through the window in there, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he's just like, I'm not worried. And he ate his fill of cat food and left. So I guess insomnia pays off sometimes because I would not have known that was happening. Now I gotta find a new creative way of feeding the feral cats out in the front and not necessarily feeding the wildlife. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning again. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna sleep tonight. I hope. Sometimes go through a couple days where I can't sleep. I got too much on my mind, and whenever I start working on new drawings, which is what I'm working on now, my brain just goes a mile a minute and it won't shut down, which is great because I get tons of ideas, but then hard because I have still to function and do stuff. And then I still have to draw what I've been thinking about, so I gotta sometimes it's unbalanced and I gotta kind of shut it down so I can sleep and rest. Oh, it's starting to come down again outside. The hills here in California are going to be beautiful now because we had all the fires and now all this rain, and everything's going to bloom. We'll have wildflower blooms this spring, which is always gorgeous. The poppies will come out. He's coming along. Switched his eye angle. It was all wrong. It's kind of like going up and tilted that way. I think I still might want to add something right here. So I'm going to leave that kind of lighter and then work this direction and then come back this way. I had this idea that, I've got the giant bun and then I might want to draw. So I might shoot some photos. She's probably right behind me. Oh no, Kitty's there. Got the dog stacked on the couch. I've got Kitty under the table. Bun was here. I don't know where she went. Our new cat is quarantined in the bathroom for the next 4 to 6 weeks because he's got ringworm. So he's not coming out to make an appearance on the TV until he's all cleared. It's not bad. He's got just like 2 or 3 little spots on his nose, but it is contagious, and so the vet wants me to. I have to give him a medicated bath twice a week and some meds, but just for safe, at least a couple weeks, kind of away from the other animals so that they don't get it. So that's been fun. Every time I rescue an animal, I'm like, hold my breath. This one had an upper respiratory infection, but that's pretty much cleared up. And then he got that spot on his cheek. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just allergies or to the meds or something. And she goes, nope, that's ringworm. And I was like, fantastic. So every carpet in this house has been shampooed. Everything's been Cloroxed, and the dogs are doing precautionary baths once a week. And that's what we're just going to have to do until the cat goes through all his treatments, and then he'll be good to go. Which is kind of a bummer because we only had him 3 weeks, and now he's going to be treated for the next 6 weeks. Oh shoot, that's my mom calling. Hey Mom.
Are you going to be home for the next half hour?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring it down because it's still hard in an hour, so you can help me with that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay?
That's fine.
I'm just leaving now, so it'll take me 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the traffic.
Okay. Okay.
See you. Bye.
Okay. Bye. This is my mom. She's going to be here in about 20 minutes to give me my early birthday present, but she needs me to get it out of her car. So that'll be fun. So you'll get to see that. I probably should turn it off. Oh, it does stink and it does itch. The poor guy, he's, it's kind of like on his face, so he's like trying to rub it on everything. And I put his scratching posts and stuff in there, so he's got things he can climb on. I put a whole bunch of toys and towels, and then I just been dumping everything and Clorox wiping like my shoes when I leave the room, and I wear gloves in there. It's been kind of a thing, but I wouldn't say he's in pain, but he's definitely itchy, and I'm hoping that it clears up faster than 6 weeks, because it's only been a week, and there's like a couple of spots, and they're all dried out already. So I'm hoping 6 weeks is not going to be the case. I think the vet's being very cautious. But, they're all worth it. Rufus, the boxer, when I got him from the shelter, I still remember I had a pit bull at the time, Biscuit, and I wanted her to pick out a friend because her buddy died, and I didn't want to get another dog because I just had my daughter, but I was like, oh, Biscuit's so lonely. I'll take her to the shelter and let her pick out a new dog. And so they bring out Rufus, and right away, her and Rufus were just playing, and they loved each other, and I said, great. So I opened the trunk of my car, he jumps in, I fill out the adoption forms, all that. As soon as I get in the car, I hear this, and I was like, uh-oh. And I got home, and he's full on coughing. Took him to the vet, and he had, of course, kennel cough, which is very common. And they gave me antibiotics, and it just wouldn't go away. And it ended up going into full-blown pneumonia, and I had to learn how to do what's it called when you tap him on the sides really hard, and I had to put him on this breathing thing. It took months to get that dog better. He almost died. And, Biscuit, the pit bull, when I got her home, she had mange and ringworm. A couple other things were wrong with her. All different kinds of worms, not just ringworm. She had hookworms and roundworms. She was really in bad shape. So I figure, that's kind of how it is. And so once Elvis gets over this ringworm, I think, fingers crossed, he'll be in good shape and ready to, just enjoy his life here. Until then, it's kind of funny. Because every time I walk by the bathroom door, his little feet come out, try to reach you, and I feel terrible for having to lock him in there. But it's much better than leaving him at the vet, because I leave him in a little cage in quarantine in the back, and I'm like, that's not a great place to get healthy. There we go. This guy's coming alive here. got this little line here. Cleaning himself, minding his business up here. Just taking a ride on this elephant. Thank you. This would be fun if they came to life, but after knowing what kind of mess animals make, I wouldn't want to clean up after them. It's too much of a mess. It's been my life lately, cleaning up after all the animals. But my house has never been so clean and disinfected before, so that's, I guess, the positive. I think I want to do something with the trunks of these two, so I'm going to leave them unfinished as well. I like to leave a lot of open ends so that I can come in and move things around easier. The paw there, I don't know if you can see it, kind of just put his little paw right here. It's hard to see from this camera, but yeah, I gotta fix this so you can see the line work again. There we go, maybe that's better. Looking at lots of pictures of lions lately, and their manes are all so different, but the manes I really love to draw are the ones that are kind of lighter, closer to the face, and they get darker as it comes away from the face. over a little bit. That's really close to my face. Okay. I'm still doing this really light too because I am not sure what I'm going to do with these chunks. I might try to connect them. I love to build up the layers like this. Right now I'm just doing actual, these are just lines right here, kind of parallel lines. And now I'm just kind of blending them in to get that tone. I'm thinking now, I was like, oh, it'd be really great to have another bun here, like a smaller bun here. So bun could be face to face with bun. Like right there, you can see the kind of the shape, something like that. I'll go shoot some photos of bun. It would be great to have bun nose to nose with bun. What if we bring this trunk around? See if it comes down like this. It can kind of make an infinity. Let me see. this twist over here. So I'm working on this trunk here. This comes down here. How can I make these guys connect? I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit more. That's it. That's gonna a little bit of a puzzle right there. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit before I make too many marks on the paper. Oh, this whole time I've been drawing with the 2B. Because I'm actually drawing quite quickly right now to tone this in, but I'm not really pushing any darks or any contrast yet. So I've got the 2B. I was working with B earlier, or yesterday I was working with B, and it was fine, but I wanted to make a little bit more progress today. So I skipped straight to the 2B to start with. Looks like the sun might be coming out. Yay. It is so pretty though to have the clouds and the rain. It's very cozy. Okay, it's coming together. Gonna push it down now again, kind of blend it. Oh, my mom's here. Let me. Let me just turn. Yeah, I'll help you.
So we don't want to
You
hurt
can
it.
say hi to the internet.
Oh, hi. Oh, look how beautiful. I'm on the internet?
You're live streaming.
Oh, but I didn't do my hair.
Okay. Okay, thanks for joining. I'm gonna help my mom get my present out of the car, and I might log back on in a little bit. Okay, thank you.
Oh, look how cute that little